Oh wait, Toon's here, so now I have to make fun of his name. Hello, Toon Critic Y2K. Wow, so a misspell. You put Y2K in your title. You misspelled critic because poor literacy is cool. I would say that you must have been a really popular person on the internet back in like 2003.
And with this burn! Hello and welcome everybody to ANY and Keyframe One About Random Dribble, the AWKWARDCast, to the 18th episode. Very sorry about last week, at least very sorry about not giving you an announcement that we skipped 1 week. But here, we are back and that's good. So, hello Keyframe. Welcome to have you back as well.
I'm happy to be back.
Hooray! So, because I have a perfect transition from what happened last week to my medium, you need to start with your last week.
Oh, well, okay. So, there was an anime night with our circle of friends because our dear little favorite neighborhood tsundere, Kichi, turned 20-something. I don't know.
I believe.
You never ask a girl her age.
27.
Thank you. She turned 27, so instead
She's
of us...
old.
Says the 33-year-old.
Yeah, men only get more interesting with age, but for Kichi, it's basically the beginning of the end right now.
This is why he hangs out with a 20-year-old. It makes him feel younger.
I basically suck out your youth, and that's why I still come across as mid-20, because I usually suck the life energy of virgins like this one up there.
What? I'm not going to dignify that. Anyway, so anime. Yeah, we had an anime night, and we all watched a bunch of different animus. This guy brought this weird-ass 90s thing that I hate and love at the same time. I forgot what it's called.
Armitage 3. Wait, let me give you an image of it. I mean, those images say everything you need. Okay, let's find one that works with Twitch.
The main girl character in this thing,
What?
I discovered from his links. She looks a lot better as a live-action cosplay than as the animated character, because the animated character looks 12. At least when you're... At least in cosplay, she actually does look like an adult.
Yeah.
What is with the face? I don't like the face.
It's so 90s. It's so freaking 90s, this entire cartoon. I love it to bits. So yeah, I brought this one. By the way, because you guys brought it up that she has this very childlike appearance, even for an anime character. I mean, they always look like high school girls, but so while we were watching this, I googled it and tried to find out her age.
How old is she?
Most pages had no age given.
That's great.
And the one page I found that had an age was like adolescence with a little star and then somewhere between 13 and 19. And I'm like, damn it. She's a cop. She's a cop. She works for the mass police. How am I supposed to know that she's literally a teenager? Also, when I watched this anime in the 90s, I was a teenager, so I was not creepy. Well, I was still creepy because I was watching this kind of anime, but at least I was not this kind of old guy
Max,
creepy.
Well, Max, next to you, you have the shovel to continue digging your hole as I continue talking about anime. So,
thank you very much.
Besides that, Zach brought Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt. One of my favorite animes, if not my favorite anime. It's so good. And actually, it inspired us. So me and Kichi, so Kichi's going to Cider Fest next month. We're going to be cosplaying as Panty and Stocking, and I get to be Panty. So hooray!
Also, I found the cosplay.
Yeah, when an adult girl is cosplaying her, she looks pretty badass. I kind of like it, but
Even
The
with her
anime
pink
character
pistol.
herself. But anyway, so yeah, we had Panty and Stocking, and then Kichi brought this thing about vampires. I'm still not sure what I watched.
Noblesse.
Noblesse.
Ooh, I
But,
like Ninja. Ninja brought One Piece. He was
That was
like,
fun.
I don't care. Here's One Piece episode 2. I loved watching it. Here you have it, and it actually was like, hey, was nostalgia. I watched One Piece myself. I watched the show. I don't know, a little bit. They already picked up Shopper, so I watched the show for quite a while. But at some point I stopped and switched over to the manga, and I read the manga until shortly after the Skeleton Guy. So
I remember reading a little bit of the mangas because they had them at my library. And I remember seeing the promos for One Piece for Toonami, but I never got the chance to watch it. I just always assumed. Also, I also thought Luffy was a girl for the longest time. So, but no, I liked
he's
it.
running around with a often opened vest.
It's anime. I mean, you saw what they did to one of the girls in that show as the redesigns went on. So,
Oh,
but,
Nami,
like-
poor Nami.
yeah. But anyway, so there was One Piece. Bliss brought this like mystical thing with this really annoying main character girl who was always like, "Why me? Why me?"
Oh yeah, this was the second to last that I was still conscious for.
Yeah, and then I brought pure nostalgia. I brought my childhood, the Deke dub of Sailor Moon.
Oh, I was already out for. Oh no, I actually was still there for Sailor Moon. I was still there for Sailor Moon.
You
I
were
can
still
remember.
there.
Yeah. What was the one with the comedic, with the very chibi characters?
With the very chibi characters.
Yeah, this was supposed to be comedy, and this was the one that
That was. I left right after I did mine because I was getting exhausted.
Oh yeah,
So,
actually, yeah.
Jay was next, our friend Jay, and he brought a comedy one, but I wasn't there for that one because I left, and you immediately sent me a picture of you like sprawled in your chair saying anime mode, and I was like, yeah, you look like you're about to pass out.
True story. Wait, do I have this image still somewhere? Was this image Twitch fine? I guess it was fine for Twitch.
It's a shirtless man.
So this is a problem for Twitch, isn't it?
Probably.
It's a problem for Twitch.
It's Twitch. They won't let you show feet. So.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But apparently
Twitch is
they're
trying to
allowed
kill
dropping
me.
cameras. That's a thing now.
Well, at least I was wearing pants.
Yeah, that's a good thing actually. But yeah, basically this one anime I was the last one I was barely holding up anymore, and I fell asleep. And after it, everybody was like, "Max, go to sleep, stop sleeping!" And they actually kicked me from the call. They kicked me from the call. I didn't realize, and then I was like, "Yeah." Why is the call not? Wait, the call is still going, but I'm not in it. Like typing, like, "Did you kick me from the call?" And people were like, "Yes, you were asleep.
Go
to
to sleep,
bed."
old man.
So yeah, they literally threw me out of there and were like, "Dude, go to bed."
But yeah, that was that night, and then yesterday I was out with the Abby Roadie, my bestest friend in the world, Lauren. We were discussing stuff for EQLA since me and her are going to be vending there together. It's her first vending experience and everything. So we were talking about business stuff like finances, budgeting, how much we could make, all this kind of stuff. Marketing, because even though it seems like I don't know what to do with money, I'm actually not that bad at it. But besides that, so I had my purse with me, and I asked her to get something out of it because I was busy with food. And she goes in to grab, I think it was my wallet, and then she pulls out a bunch of those A&Y pictures from BronyCon because I still haven't taken them out of my purse. And she's like, Chrissy. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm seeing her hold this in her hand, and she's looking at me like, why? And I'm like, funny story. And she's like, yeah, sure. So, and then we dropped a bunch in the middle of this LA parking lot, and we didn't pick them up.
Hooray!
So
and then I get angry letters from the cleaning staff of LA parking lot, like, we found your cards. Don't litter in here. This you get a fee about $1 million, which would actually be very much.
Billion here, billion.
Yeah, which would actually be a lot for me personally, but eh.
But yeah, but we went to this place called the Earth Cafe, which was, the food was fucking great. The service, though, was fucking trash. And let me tell you why. Because it's LA, and they think they're better than you, but they'll still take your money.
Them
But,
people.
like, they make you wait in line for, and then, if you want to, you order.
You are kind of breaking up there.
And then
you're kind of cutting off there. Your connection is falling apart.
Oh.
Oh.
Why is this?
I don't know. Is
Well, this is
somebody,
awkward.
somebody of your roommates watching too much porn again and using up all the bandwidth?
But while I go see who's watching porn, you talk about your week.
Fair enough. So, what had I? Oh yeah, I did a new thing. This is
This is just to save some of the bandwidth.
Don't do this with when we have two people here, because it will. Well, and there's commercials playing. Fuck you, Skype. What is it? It's a commercial for. Let me see. What is this a commercial for? Professional as always. I can't even tell what it is for. Oh God. Fucking shit.
Just talk about your week.
Yeah, I'm talking about my week. So yeah, this week I started a new thing, basically right here on this Twitch channel. Another Let's Play thing with a buddy of mine, Yui, and basically the idea is we call this entire thing Gaming and Ties, because, well, we are wearing ties, and just as a gimmick, and we basically play games together, and we switch each week. Each week the other one may choose the game we are playing. So that's the thing now, and obviously they get uploaded later on my Let's Play channel down in the link below. We are trying to do this on Tuesday evenings, even though evening hour time is basically very noonish for the majority of you who are in America. So I probably would recommend checking it out in on YouTube later on, in case you have school, college, an actual job, or anything that keeps you from watching during the week at noonish times. Or you're European, then you're cool.
You're implying these people have lives.
Yeah, I know, weird. Then the anime night, which I was a part of, but hey, big surprise. We already talked about this. I got a nice delivery this week.
Oh no.
Oh yes. And it's
No, I legit mean oh no, because I know what it's for.
Yes.
Yeah, you did hear the news about that, right?
Apparently not. Maybe we need to talk about this. Oh, wait, EQLA specific news?
Yes, the lip sync battles is on the wait list, so it may still be happening, but you didn't order the coat yet, did you?
No, since I haven't found a fitting one. But I'm still on the look. Nevertheless, and yeah, then there was another thing, so which is kind of going to be the segue into my media this week. I was earlier out to watch Kingsman.
How was it?
And I ran into a little problem, because I was like, hey, you know what would be fun? to actually go there and be dressed a little bit like a Kingsman. That's why I'm still wearing a white shirt. The problem is, my workout is
Okay.
my workout apparently works after all.
Did the shirt not fit over your muscles?
It actually is like the sacco or whatever it's called. Oops. Well, this was the anime. This was me in anime mode. Don't you judge me.
That made my evening. So.
You basically see like the shirt is like the jacket is like going.
You
it's
look
not
like
sitting.
you can't breathe.
Yeah, it's like it's sitting so wrong that it's like not sitting. The moment I just lift my arm, it's like popping open like this. I believe it gets even. So eventually I tried, and so yeah, and I tried somehow to get comfortable in it, at least for the picture. It did not work. To a degree where and also it's not just the jacket, it's also the pants, because apparently like driving to work by bike for, each day for half an hour also has an effect on your legs. So the pants are basically sitting so tight. I was like, okay, I can wear them if I have to, but I don't really want to sit like this in a cinema for 2 hours. So I was like, screw it, I go with jeans and just a shirt. But yeah, I'm now the proud owner of a 500 euro suit I can't wear anymore.
Good job.
I need a new suit. I outgrow my suit. And not in the classical thing of growing a belly or something, no. Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean, I found that out in the opposite way because I actually own a red cocktail dress for, and I was going to be like, well, I could save some money and not have to buy a dress for my panty cosplay by just wearing that. I look like I'm wearing a red potato sack.
Oh, and I finally figured out who Grimson TV is.
Who?
Grimson TV is Yuri.
Oh, hey, Yuri. Now I can insult both your names.
Uh,
I mean, Thai TV. Just oh wow, you think you look so great, and Yuri. Well, in America and otaku land, Yuri means something quite different. Anyway, so.
Good thing we talked about it. So, Segway.
Kingsman.
Indeed. So I watched Kingsman today, and I did enjoy it. Comparing it, I haven't watched the first one recently, so it's hard to compare them. I mean, okay, Zach loved Kingsman, obviously. I really had a great time. No lying about this. I was no moment in the cinema. I was like, oh. I mean, it's popcorn. It's a ridiculous movie, but Kingsman never was aiming for not being ridiculous. The question is, how much can I say before I have to switch to spoiler mode?
I don't know everything about Kingsman. To me is spoilers because I haven't seen either movie.
You have to. Kingsman 1 was absolutely brilliant. I loved it. I watched it like half a dozen times. And that's why I was like, yeah, when I saw Kingsman 2 coming out, I was like, yeah, I need to watch this. And then I was like, oh my god, it's already in the cinema and I missed it nearly. I need to have a closer look on the actual current cinema program, I realize. So yeah, what can I say without going into spoiler mode? It's very fun movie, very action. It's ridiculous and over the top, so you need to like this kind of stuff. Otherwise, you might not enjoy it. Something you don't realize when you look at it with like the Avengers and Justice League going around. Kingsman is also a comic book movie adaptation. So now we have an idea about the ridiculousness. Short thing, it's about a British secret agency and they are very British. They're always wearing their suits and going around with their umbrellas, but they kick ass like hell. So it's pretty amazing. Yeah, so let's go into spoiler mode. Indeed. So mild spoilers, obviously. I'm not going to spoil the entire story, but I go a little bit into details that if you want to go in completely blind, might not be optimal for you, but yeah, it's a little bit like about more conceptual stuff. So this time around, the bad guy is basically a drug lord, like drug cartel. At some point, she is actually like, "Oh yeah, I have a monopoly on drugs," and I was very confused on what the message is. Is it anti-drug? Is it pro-drug? I mean, at the end of the day, the movie was still like, okay, drugs are bad, but okay, a little spoiler. She poisoned basically her own drugs in order to keep all the users hostage. Basically, everybody who consumed drugs over a certain period of time suddenly is in mortal danger, and only she has an antidote. Yeah, the message is like, and there's actually a little bit of debate going on in the movie, like, should we just let them die because they use drugs? But then you also have characters who are completely positive and good, and characters worth saving, and you are like, yeah, but there are normal good people also using drugs. So probably the message of the movie is like, be a little bit relaxed, don't condemn people just because they smoke a joint or something. I don't know. It's a weird message. There was something else I wanted to say about the movie, but I forget it. Oh, and early on, once again, it's early on, so I don't feel too bad about it. Basically, they wipe out all the Kingsmen.
They had that in the trailer. I know that.
Yeah, you see the Kingsman Palace exploding and everything, and you actually see some people jumping for cover, but they did not return, so probably they are gunners. I mean, entire buildings exploded a moment later. They killed a puppy. This kind of stuff. So I'm like, they are supposed to be those super agents, but
they can't survive one explosion.
Yeah, but they are literally sitting around a table by hologram, so they are in different locations, and one of them after the other pops out of it, like gets interrupted because they get blown apart, and they all just keep sitting there like, oh, something is happening. Those are supposed to be the super agents. Like, what the hell? And I mean, in the first movie, there was also a little bit of. They already had a little bit of a high mortality rate for those super agents. But no, here at the beginning of the movie, let's wipe this entire thing clean.
That's one way to not have to give your actors a big paycheck. Just get them rid of them in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. And they threw in some interesting stuff with a love interest, but I don't know how to feel about it. It was like,
Just give me the action. We don't need this lovey-dovey stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, at the end of the day, a very fun movie, very popcorn. So I would recommend it. I would absolutely recommend it if this is your cup of tea. Maybe seek down the first one, because they have been very similar in the kind of crazy they do. And the first one is not in cinema anymore, so it should be easier to track it down. Check the first one out. If the first one is down your alley, go watch number 2, because it's just more of the same silly Kingsman-ness.
Yeah, it seems like 2017 has been the year of really good popcorn flicks.
It has, hasn't it?
Yeah, because you got Kingsman, what you're saying is a good popcorn flick. And I mean, Atomic Blonde was like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've heard that as dumb as that Transformers movie that came out this year was, it was a lot of actiony popcorn stuff. I mean, for people who don't like popcorn movies, you must be going through hell right now. But for people who like fun, yeah. But I guess that moves on to my media, and I got two, and one of them I don't understand at all. So this is more of a call for help of, please help me understand the appeal. I've been like just perusing YouTube and Twitter just mindlessly the past few days. I've been kind of on autopilot. And I've seen this trend called Tiny Kitchen. And it's basically someone is just making food. It's normal food, but it's really tiny. Like hamsters can eat it. And these things have like millions of views and like millions of followers. And I'm sitting here watching all of these and I'm like, why? It's just food, but tiny. And I usually even get the appeal of a lot of weird shit. I even if I'm not personally a fan, I can usually get it. But I've been watching these so much and seeing how many views that it gets that I'm getting legitimately angry. Like, why?
Look, it's a tiny sandwich.
It's just tiny food. It's not for hamsters. It's just tiny food, and I don't get the appeal.
But tiny tacos. Don't you see the art of making tacos so tiny?
You're just being a contrarian for the sake of it, because you see how much this nettles me.
Yes, absolutely.
I give you new ways to torture me every day, I swear. But no, I don't get it. It's just tiny food.
It's a tiny birthday cake.
And they literally have like super small ovens and everything. It's like, if I want, this was appealing to me back when I was 5 when I had an Easy Bake Oven, but like, what's the point? It's just tiny food. I want to see how you can make real food.
But we got Epic Mealtime for that.
Yeah, this is like if Epic Mealtime is for the macro people, this is for the micro people.
Pretty much.
Like,
but I mean, look how he uses a tiny spoon to put those tiny balls on the tiny cake.
This is so stupid. I hate it so much, and it's like, but the thing is, I don't know why I hate it, because it's like, because the way that they make the videos, they have like the nice music in the background. It's very calm. It's so sweet and pleasant. It's just tiny food, but it makes me so angry. Why? It's like, and I think I saw a video where they were doing like tiny mixologists, so like they were making tiny cocktails, and I'm like, what are you using?
A fire? There's a tiny fire, and they cook it in a tiny pan.
Your joy of this is making me is disgusting me. You disgust. I'm glad I didn't do this in the pre-show, because.
Oh, they did tiny sushi. Shame on them.
Okay, now
sushi is already not filling as it is. You go out of a sushi, and if it isn't all you can eat, you are always hungry. And now they are making it tiny. This is stupid. Now I'm on your side again.
Well, okay. And to people saying, "Oh, I must not like How To Basic."
But
no, I love How To
tiny
Basic.
Pancakes.
Oh God, you shut up down there! I swear, I will come down there and kick your ass if you keep showing tiny food. But no, like, I like How To Basic because even if he wastes like 1 million eggs, it's still just crazy fun. These things are just such chemically formulated pleasantness. It's just, it annoys me, and I don't like it.
I just keep wondering where here we see fruit. Where does he get those tiny grapes and tiny strawberries? I mean, those actually need to exist in order to be put on there.
I don't know. And I don't care.
Ooh,
it's stupid.
Again, where do you get those tiny sausages?
They probably make them. Or it's fake. I don't know. It's stupid. It's like, if I wanted food that would only fit in a dollhouse, I would go in a time machine back
Okay.
till I was 5 years old and have a fucking dollhouse.
Okay, this really doesn't make sense. Eggs? How can... Tiny eggs don't make sense. Those eggs don't exist, period. It's fake.
Okay, I think you may be going past Tiny Kitchen where they actually cook the things and just seeing people make models of food.
You think?
Yeah! Either way, I don't approve of Tiny Kitchen. People on my Twitter keep sending me Tiny Kitchen things. I'm not going to block you because that would be petty, but I will not be very happy with you.
But
Anyway.
what about fan art of you and Tiny Kitchen food?
I would enjoy that as much as the fan art you got of you hugging Toriel from Undertale.
Okay, I can read it now.
Yeah, anyway, so
What
do more.
did you enjoy?
And yeah, end of the story. Draw more fan art of ANY hugging Toriel.
While Keyframe is eating tiny food.
Exactly. That's the perfect fan art. You want to just make us ever so happy, do that. But something I did enjoy was I've been watching more of Good Game on YouTube Red. Finally, I remember I talked about this a few weeks ago when the first episode came out. And I said, like, you know, it was on shaky groundwork, but it was still enjoyable. I legitimately like this show now. It took a bit, but it's actually a very enjoyable show. And
it's officially rated mature?
It is rated mature. It actually does follow some of the Dan Harmon Community, Rick and Morty kind of humor without being science fiction, you know?
Do we get boobs?
Because it's produced by Dan Harmon.
But
so,
do we get boobs?
You do not get boobs. It's mature in its language and subject matter. Not boobs.
But why we already got the M rating? Why not? Whatever. Continue.
Yeah, anyway, Good Game is about esports, for people who don't know. The basic setup of the series is, well, first of all, my mic is trying to run away from me, so I guess my camera is not a fan of Good Game. Well, okay. I'm making this podcast ever more awkward by the fact my camera just doesn't want to work.
Apparently. So, but yeah, for people wondering, no, it's not a channel about two people. By the way, those two people you are seeing currently are actually the Game Grumps. No, it's actually like a show with people acting and stuff.
There we go. Okay, so Good Game is about the character Alex, who's played by Dan Avidan, Danny Sexfang from Game Grumps, and he starts an esports team with his friend Rylan, who's played by Aaron, and three other people. Their landlord named Lorenzo, this internet trolley kind of guy, and this girl who got really good at the game that they're playing because she injured her leg while playing tennis, and during her rehab she was doing nothing but playing this game. And four people, and then also this girl who used to be an esports journalist who got fired for helping this team at a charity event. And they are basically working up playing this game called Killcore, which is made by in the series made by the developer played by Jesse Cox, whose name is Jesse in the show.
And Killcore has like the most awesomest characters. Like
it's kind of like, imagine like League of Legends on like Mad Max steroids, I guess. That's the way to describe the game. And, you know, they're practicing to play to get into the Killcore championship game, which could win them $1 million. And the series is showing them train to get to this point. The first season is only 6 episodes long, and this week is going to be the finale. And I was at first a little bit hesitant about the show because I was worried it was going to follow Big Bang Theory syndrome in the fact of, you know, you have these people who are nerdy, they're playing a nerdy type of game. Is it just going to be references and all this shit? What Big Bang Theory is, just pandering. But no, the show was made by people who know what they're talking about, who know what this world of esports is. It's genre savvy. And it's actually kind of funny in the very dark and cynical way. Every character is an asshole, and they really embrace it. And at the same time you want them to win, you also want them to lose. The only truly positive character is Alex, played by Danny, and they make that his flaw. He is just overtly positive to the point that everyone else, who's an asshole, just get really annoyed with him very quickly because he's so positive and nice. And he's the coach of the team. So, but each episode kind of focuses around one character, or they are the main character of that episode. And I would say, if you can get the free trial for YouTube Red, get it this week when the finale comes out and just binge watch all the episodes.
That's the thing, the first episode, obviously down in the description, the first episode is out for free to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I watched it not too long ago myself, also within the last 2 weeks actually. And yeah, this was my okay, not all episodes are released yet. Do I really want to enter YouTube Red now to see the rest, or do I maybe wait a little bit?
Well, I said this is why, even though I watched the first episode and liked it, I didn't say get YouTube Red then. You know, I think it's actually pretty good. It has its flaws. You know, it's the first season of a 6-episode show. It's not absolutely perfect. And this humor is very, if you like Community and you like Rick and Morty, you have more of a chance of liking this kind of humor. But what I enjoy is that they don't bank everything on the star power being Aaron and Danny. So not all the jokes are relating to the fact, hey, these are 2 Let's Players. You know, it's actually just a well-written comedy. But the best part of the episodes are still, there's this overarching plot with Jesse at the end of every episode, with him having this internal conflict of, why did I make Killcore? I'm ruining people's lives. And so the new episode comes out Wednesday. Get YouTube Red, watch it, and see the exciting conclusion. And what I also recommend watching on Jesse's channel is that Jesse, after every episode of the show, has this about half-hour-long video called The Talkback, where him and the journalist from the show, I can never remember her name, who's also a producer of the show, they answer fan questions and talk about the production of the show. And you can just see how much they actually really love making the show and how much they do. So if you want some behind the scenes stuff, I recommend watching that and everything. And yeah, I usually would not support a show on YouTube Red. I support YouTube Red in the way that it's actually the best way to give money to your content creators, because ad revenue is so fickle. How YouTube Red works and giving people the people you watch get money from you watching them because you are a YouTube Red person. And someone who works for a channel, YouTube Red actually is a huge portion of revenue for the channel. So I support YouTube Red for that kind of functionality, not for its shows, but this is a show that I'm like, yes, I fully support this. And if more people watch it, it will get a second season because they're already in talks about wanting to do a second season. So,
nice.
Yeah.
However,
YouTube Red made a great show.
But given how long the production of the first season was, who knows when the second season will actually come out. But then again, they established a routine by now, so... Oh, and apparently it also works in Germany. Hooray!
Yeah, and also just saying, with the fact that the first season included making all the sets and everything and getting everything ready, the second season would already have all the sets there.
No, they have the main cast, given that all of them stick around for another season.
Yeah, so all the pre-production stuff is already done, so it's like, it's just making the new episodes.
Hopefully they have good ideas for new episodes, because I don't want to see Jesse milk it.
I mean, I don't want to see them milk it, but given that they only made the first season 6 episodes long, another 6-episode long season, I don't think 12 episodes is a milk.
That's true.
It's barely half a glass of cream. So it's like...
Oh, you want more tiny food pictures? No problem. Let me check
No, you will put that tab away, young man. And let's go to some questions.
Ooh, are we already there? My goodness.
This has been a quick episode because we barely talked about what we actually did this week.
Well, I talked about the Anamu and how I fall asleep and how my suit became too tight.
You remind me of Hollyhock. Well, I ate a box of donuts, I got tired, and I took a nap.
Oh, you brutally deleted all the old questions.
I told you I cleaned it out.
Yeah, I know you cleaned it out, but completely... I mean, the reason why I kept them was basically to see, oh, did we already answer this? But then again, if people re-ask it, there are chances that maybe it requires another answering.
I mean, we've already had... We're at 18 episodes of, like, a show that is over an hour long. I think if they miss something, you know... I'm just getting some of the newer questions here, and I already got them all. So, hooray! I will ask the first question.
Okay.
As it's the worst. Toon Critic asks...
Yeah, I just saw it.
Have you Googled your name and added the hedgehog to it and see what you get?
Okay,
well,
let's do
let's
this
look up Max
let's do this live on camera. So, I would say we go with...
Are we going to use your full name or just Max?
We go with all the names. So we go with Max the Hedge Hog.
Hog. I'm scared.
Ooh, can I risk image search?
You go on image search. I doubt it will be bad.
Okay, apparently there is a Max the Hedgehog, and he is.
Click it.
This thing here, like. Bluish.
Make it bigger for the audience. Wow, it's even blue, just like you.
Yeah, and it has some edgy red stripes. So, talking about the edginess, the Sonic fandom and edginess.
Okay, let's try Maximilian the Hedgehog.
I mostly see Sonic himself and different other characters randomly here. So apparently Maximilian is too unlikely. So let's go with Chrissy the Hedgehog. Huh, you actually have a few to choose from.
I'm looking it up on my own Google search right now.
We have a pink one.
Oh, I look like Amy.
We have a purple one.
That one's at least something.
We have a brown one. Oh no, that's Gabby the Hedgehog. Ignore this. This is Gabby. Sylvia? I asked for Chrissy. Why do I get a Sylvia the Hedgehog?
I get a purple one with big boobs.
Oh, okay. It is Sylvia the Hedgehog by Chrissy the Hedgehog. Now I'm confused. Now I need to check out the actual Chrissy the Hedgehog.
Yeah, there's a Chrissy apparently the Chrissy the Hedgehog in the Chrissy the Hedgehog DeviantArt is like this. I'm gonna put a link into the Twitch chat that you can click. Just this is apparently Chrissy the Hedgehog, and I'm not sure how to feel.
I mean, we can still give it a chance by going with Christine the Hedgehog. I have
sure.
Christine? Like this? I have no idea.
Christin. Christine, yes.
Hooray. Oh, look at this.
You know? It includes that fucking car. So, did they personify the car in Sonic the Hedgehog form?
Maybe. But yeah, here you go. Christine the Hedgehog.
I don't like that the second result is this pink Neko girl with pink fucking eyes.
Oh, Google search in brackets, in hyphens, your name plus the hedgehog. From the Asperger's and Autism Forum. Toon, where have you been hanging out again?
I don't... What the hell? Why is a pony coming up when I look this up?
Because Google remembers your search history, you dirty pony scum.
Cool. And so when you look up Chrissy and Christine, according to my thing, you get a lot of weird, busty hedgehog girls. I'm done. Okay. Thank you for the question, Toon. I'm no longer your friend.
He's probably very happy with himself right now.
Probably. Anyway,
is he even here anymore? Probably not.
He served his purpose and left. So what's the next question, my dear?
Um, uh,
Quality content.
absolutely, absolutely. I saw the Toon one as well and wanted to go with it. Anyways, there's a Chugga one. Just go with a random Chugga one. What is the
Okay.
weirdest chip you ever made and or promoted? I should have not picked the Chugga one.
This is what you do to people.
The weirdest,
Weirdest ship? All the ships are weird. Shipping in concept is weird, so I guess
I'm trying to think back to my childhood if I matched any characters up then. I believe in my childhood I was not very inspired when it came to shipping. I was just running with pair-ups that already were in shows.
I could tell you of a weird ship I did see back when I was a kid, but I didn't ship it.
Are we talking Beatles again?
No, it's not Beatles.
So nothing with a big nose?
No. I like the fact you forget so many big things, but the one conversation we had when we first met, you remember that one fanfic. I can see what's special to you in our relationship, Maxie dear, but no. A weird thing that I saw when I first got on DeviantArt, when I first got on DeviantArt, I was like 7 or 8 years old, and I was looking at pictures of Scooby-Doo. Following this up, I was searching up Shaggy, because my favorite character. Apparently there's a fandom just for shipping Shaggy with Sailor Jupiter from Sailor Moon.
Huh.
Is it because they both wear green? To this day, I still don't understand it, and I don't know if I want to. Because I know the rabbit hole that I would have to jump down, and it's not one that I don't think is particularly pleasant because it's the internet. But that was something I saw when I was a kid that was interesting.
Yeah, they both wear green. They both have.
Do they like food? Did Jupiter like to eat?
But Bunny is the one who eats all the time.
Yeah, so it makes more sense for him to be with Bunny in this weird cartoon ship world.
But maybe it's really all about the matching colors.
Maybe. I don't know. You people confuse me, DeviantArt. I guess the weirdest... I guess recent one, and it's going into the pony show, so goodbye Pony Neutral. Flimjack with Flim from the Flim Flam Brothers and Applejack. I always like that couple, and everyone does not get why, but I'm like...
Makes sense. Flim is the younger one, right?
Flim is the one without the mustache.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, like...
I can see it.
Yeah, okay. Well, you're a weirdo, so of course you could see it. But other people are like, ew, why would you want that? Rare Jack for life. It's like, let Applejack have a straight ship. Give her one.
Still looking for inspirations. No, I really... Have I really ever had a real nice crack ship?
I guess one when I was a kid was in the Ghostbusters cartoon. I thought that if Janine didn't get with Egon, she would actually make a good couple with Bankman. So
he was a ladies' man, so
he and her flirted a lot in the cartoon. Rewatching it over the past few weeks, it's just like, yeah, I guess that's the closest thing back when I was a kid. And in recent times, I mostly just do joke ships with my friends to see if they get nettled. Oh, you know what? Here's a weird ship I support: Irish John and Kichi. Hey.
Okay,
Of course, the tsundere would want to go with Sergeant Senpai.
Okay, so Trunk and Pocahontas.
Wait, what in Pocahontas?
Trunk from Dragon Ball. Buzz Lightyear with the old...
Did you just look up crack ships?
Yes, I did.
I am looking that up too.
Ooh. Oh no, this is just fairy tale internally.
Oh
This is
my
boring.
god.
Apparently a a threesome
Shadow
action.
the Hulk and Fluttershy?
Yes, indeed. What? Cora and something disgusting? No, don't do this to Cora. You're
Apparently, freaking Aladdin and Ariel. I do remember seeing a lot of PMVs of the kid from Treasure Planet shipped with Ariel, and I did I did think like visually they did look cute. So there, I guess that's one for the list. Samurai Jack and Johnny Bravo. What?
Some of those don't even make sense.
I mean, the Samurai Jack and Johnny Bravo is the one thing that
Ooh.
Is that Doctor Strange and Sherlock?
Yes, Cucumber Ban, ex-Cucumber Ban.
Oh, I kind of like what the related image next to it. Blue Pearl with Skinny Jasper.
Wait, what? Where? Blue?
It's in the related pictures. And like the little pictures next to it.
Yes, I'm looking. I'm not seeing it.
It's right next to it.
Here?
Click it. Oh no, that's not it. Well,
Yeah.
I got it. I got it, but you didn't.
Yes, that's what I meant. Like, why? This is no bro.
You,
Oh wait, there.
You know, yeah, that is a cute picture. I like it. But just saying that these pictures for some reason are reminding me of that one meme we searched up one day, and we spent an uncomfortable amount of time. It was like it was like with this couple under an umbrella, and they're being interviewed, and one person looks really uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know this amazing.
I don't know this. You showed me it. We spent a long time looking at memes of that, and it sparked one of your Pinterest rants.
So beautiful.
Well, there you go, Chuggle. There's the answer to your question. Memes.
Kind of, yeah. Memes is the answer to all questions. So, thank goodness you have to ask one again.
Oh, great. Lovely. You people need to send better questions. Okay, here's one for you.
Oh my.
A and Y, when did you first learn English?
Ha! Damn it, this one I just saw myself. Yeah, fun story. So in school, I actually had a D in English for the longest time. I really sucked at it because I'm not good at learning vocabulary. And yeah, it became so bad, and it was one of my worst classes, period, so that my parents were like, we need to do something. They first tried sending me over Easter in some kind of speech school. But here's the problem. In Britain, when you send your kid to a language school offshore where other kids get sent by their parents, you have a bunch of German kids all there hanging out with each other.
They'll just talk German to each other.
Yes, that's the thing. The moment the teachers turn away, obviously you start talking German with each other again. It's like sending gay kids to a gay camp to end-gay them. It doesn't work this way. It just makes it worse. But yeah, they haven't given up, and instead they sent me in doing 11th class to a couple in America. And nobody there spoke German. So instead of finding ways to cheat the system, I was forced to communicate with everybody I'm living with, I'm interacting with, and I got sent to school there, to the actual regular school with American kids and whatnot. I needed to communicate in English. So this was the first time in my life where, also unlike this stupid language school, I did not need to speak English as a subject, as something in a school, but in actual day-to-day life. And this stuck with me so well that I came back from it. I still was crappy because vocabulary was still an issue for me, but it loosened my tongue. I started to talk English. So this was in 11th class, so 2001. Yeah, actually, it was over Christmas and New Year's 2000. So 2001, I returned to Germany with a more loose with a more loose tongue when it came to English. In school, my grade actually jumped from a D to a B instantly, more or less, because I simply started to be part of I was not one of those teacher ask a question. No, I was like, oh yeah, I can talk this language now. And then I actually continued learning English by watching movies I already knew in German. I watched them in English then, and then eventually I started watching a new movie I bought on DVD. You know, good old times DVD. I watched it on English first, and then only in German afterwards to be like, oh, that's what they were talking about. And eventually I moved even further. And those look very happy kissing people. I mean, I probably should share it with class now that you put it in the chat and everybody is.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but I found it and I couldn't let my
you
own.
needed to share it with class. I can see this. Gold, yellow diamond, and Eduard. No, not Eduard.
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. Well, that's a crack ship if you ever needed one. But it's
Yeah, there you go.
it's still within the same show, so it's kind of okay. And from there on, I started reading stuff in English, listening stuff to in English, and eventually it reached the point where I was literally reading, writing, speaking, and listening to more English than German, which was during the end of my college days when actually we even had classes in English. So at home, I was producing videos in English. I was listening to audio plays and whatnot in English. I was watching shows in English. I was watching movies in English. I was writing my scripts for videos in English. Most people I talked to, the only people I did not talk to in English were my roommates, and my roommates and I, we didn't have a bad a relationship, but at the end of the day we still were nerds, so we didn't talk too much. So yeah, there literally was a prolonged period of time where I was using the English language more than the German one, and yeah, eventually I'm now here, and now all the English speaking people wish I would stop talking in English or in German, whatever.
It's bad when the foreigner corrects the native speaker on their language. That's happened more than once.
How about you, Key? When did you first come and learn to speak English?
Oh boy, let's see. So originally I was very fluent in janky. I still am, and you can hear it slip into my language a couple times, you know, when I'm of looser tongue. But I had to be, actually, to actually make this a real story, I did have a speech impediment for the first few years of my life that I was able to talk. I had a really bad stutter. I couldn't get words out. It got to the point, I think I was like in first grade or second grade. And so 6 years old, 5 or 6, whatever that age range is, I would write more to communicate with people than actually talk, because I would either just be completely quiet, or if I talked, I would just stutter. And I had to go into speech classes to get that fixed. And even now I use a lot of uhs and stuff, and it's a lot better, but my stutter comes out when I get really nervous. And yeah, of course, people are like, oh, well, you always stutter when you're nervous. That's just a normal thing. No, you don't want to. When I stutter when I'm nervous, I literally have to, legit anxiety nervous. I have to close my eyes to actually be able to get the words out, because it's a processing problem. But no, so when I actually got really good at speaking, actually speaking, it was around 3rd grade or 4th grade, and I became a public speaker. So something happened in between those times, but I'm still very fluent and janky, you know. It comes out, but luckily I have this guy right down here to make sure that I get right back into the proper language.
Wait, which one, Will or Golden?
Oh no, I was meaning you because you're the one that always keeps telling me that I'm a janky. So.
Oh yeah, you are, and your written English is nearly as bad as mine.
Oh, fuck you.
Also, do you feel a little bit tsundere in here? I totally feel like it's very tsundere.
It is feeling quite tsundere. I'm feeling such an increase of the word baka.
Henry.
Don't make yourself don't paint a target on your chest, Kichi, if you didn't want us to hit it.
Also, just FYI, Kichi, you just got shipped, but we are not telling you with whom, so you have to actually watch the re-upload on YouTube. Have fun.
Okay, I guess you get to ask a question now.
I have a nice one which probably lets us go out on a tangent, so we will, this might be the last one, most likely.
Sounds good.
Asked by the lovely Ghibli Evans. Who do you and A and Y, so apparently the person is asking you, but I reply anyways, so you guys, anyways, who do you relate to the most in the show? Also, what do you think of the character's development? The person did the usual mistake, they didn't specify which show.
Okay.
So which characters in shows in general do you relate to the most, and how do you enjoy the development?
I gotta think about that.
Then I guess I can start with a character I can relate to very much, which might or might not be a bad sign for me personally. Dexter Morgan from the show Dexter.
This is concerning.
I know. I mean, I don't have the childhood trauma, which gives me the urge to kill people, so this is a good thing. But at the end of the day, especially during the first few seasons, I am like, when Dexter, because for everybody who has not, and let me put it on the screen here, that you know what I'm talking about. Good old Dexter. Oh god, I love this show. Look at this bloody little angel. Quite literally. Wait, there it is. Wait, why is it so big? Whoop.
So we can focus on his lovely face.
Indeed. Michael C. Hall is God. Anyways, the thing is, so he is basically a psychopath who has the urge to kill people, and but he lives undercover. Actually, fun fact, he is living as a forensic expert in the police. That's his job. So, which on the one side gives him a lot of insights that he can use for his kills, because he lives by a code. He only kills the bad guys. And at the same time, it also gives him an edge to avoid getting detected, because, well, he's working with the crime, with the murder department. So, and in the beginning, he's always describing how he is simulating human interaction, and how he is like, I only fake it, but I'm very good at it. Hey guys! And other people on a boat wink, wave back and stuff. And I always felt like, hey, I can understand you, bro. I can understand you. Not the killing of people. That's a little bit of an itchy topic, but at the end of the day, I can relate to him very well. But eventually, throughout the season, to also address the development, throughout the season, he actually does develop relationships and feelings and whatnot. So, hey, there's an upside to it.
I'm just gonna make sure to look around your house the next time I visit to make sure there's not a sudden increase in plastic wrap that you buy. And okay, I guess there's two characters I really relate to, both in bad and good. Princess Carolyn from BoJack.
Oh,
And
yeah, and I relate to BoJack.
yeah, I was thinking that you were going to say BoJack, but yeah.
Now I'm depressed.
Yeah. Princess Carolyn from BoJack, in certain ways. I don't think she's like a lot that I relate to, but in the concept of, putting people before yourself, I kind of relate to that to a fault.
BoJack.
Stop drinking.
Now I actually
You gotta get your shit together.
Now I actually have to finish this last because this is good Sinfandel, and actually the last Sinfandel. So I will treasure it. But yeah, please.
Yeah. And Judy. I feel like I relate more to Judy from Zootopia.
Oh, good point. Oh, funny, because I would also say I relate to BoJack. Far too much. I mean, a person who was active in the media, who is still clinging to the little bit of fame they have left, total has-been, has no real deep goals or purpose in life. Wow, this is turning depressing. So I talk a little bit about Nick. Yeah, I can also relate to Nick, which is why I have a Nick badge and you have a Judy badge.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not going to look for the Judy badge right now because it's somewhere in this room and I don't feel like getting up.
Yeah, and I can't find the Nick badge, so I guess we're on even ground in that regard.
We relate too much, dearie. We relate too much. But yeah, I find myself, I mean, out of the two characters, I like Nick more, but I relate more to Judy. And I like just working hard to get to a bigger place where people seeing what you are, seeing your background, don't expect you to go to. Because people, some people see where I came from and the things that I've done, and they're just like, that you shouldn't reach for the stars in that kind of case. But, you do it. You do it and you try, and if you fall down, you get back up and you keep going. And I find that very inspirational about Judy, even with everything that she goes through, and she's constantly learning. And I see a lot of that in myself, both good and bad. And I mean, I like Judy so much. I have 2 motivational posters on my wall of Judy. One of them is like the Riveter, Rosie the Riveter with the "We can do it" thing, and the other one.
This looks awesome. Let me find it.
I know. I got that from the original artist, and I also got one to encourage me to work out called Buff Bun, which is her lifting up Nick in the air one day. But yeah, I really like Judy, and I think she's the one that No, I don't have that one. I have the one where she's wearing her police outfit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No. Oh, this one. Probably not this one.
No, not that one either.
You can recall the artist? Whatever. It's still.
No, because their signature is like unreadable.
But yeah, it's still looking cool, even this one.
It still looks cool, and I love it. And in the way of character development, I like Judy a lot more. Carolyn is some of my faults, and I don't know. But the thing I don't relate to her is that she basically ruins everything for herself, especially in the newest season.
Oh my god.
Is that BoJack as an actual horse?
Yeah, and Princess Caroline as an actual cat.
Nice. I mean, I still like the character, but I relate more to Judy. Judy is mine.
A lot of characters started screwing themselves over this season, didn't they? But yeah, Princess Caroline was bad.
Except for BoJack, so there's still hope.
Yeah. Hope for BoJack.
Hope for BoJack. But, yeah, so, man, we didn't really go on that big of a tangent.
Nah. But still, I guess,
Wait, I do have one more question for you.
Oh, you do. Oh my.
Yeah. Question from Chuggle. How awkward are you feeling right now?
Between a 0, on a scale from 0 to 10, I would say banana.
Yeah.